Hello everyone, this is Sharuz from WhatsApp, and today I am welcoming you in our very first webinar that is based on our very new feature that we have launched recently. And yes, the feature is about WhatsApp automation. And today I and Osama will explain you about this feature and what was the need to launch this feature. Okay, so let's start with the introductions and what we will be discussing in the next hour. So the next thing is your host, that is me, Shadows, and let me give my little bit introduction. I'm Shadows, working as product manager at WhatsApp and looking after the development processes and marketing things at WhatsApp. And the next our guest is Osama, and Osama will give you a little bit
Hi
of
everyone, this is
introduction.
Sama. Yeah, so
Osama?
thank you, Shiroz. Yeah, thank you, Shiroz. This is your guest today. Um, and I'm Osama Numan. I'm the founder and CEO at Boxify. And we've been working on this feature for quite long. And I think I personally am very excited for discussing why WhatsApp chatbot is essential for your business and why should you have a WhatsApp chatbot for your business. So I think, sure, let's get it moving.
Okay, so I think it's a need of hour to integrate WhatsApp automation in every online business, and businesses can definitely take advantage of it. So let's move ahead. The next thing which we will going to discuss is a brief introduction about WhatsApp, who we are, and what we are doing at WhatsApp. Basically, we are a fully managed chatbot platform, and as you all know that we have launched this platform in 2016, and right now around 1,03,000 people have been created chatbots on WhatsApp. So the next big thing is around 15 million messages we have sent from this platform, and some of the great publications like Ing.com, Entrepreneur, and VentureBeat have also featured us
Yeah.
in their articles and news. Sama, can you add something?
Yeah, so basically, the Boxify is working on the vision of automating every business customer interaction using chatbot. So for any business, there are certain customer interactions that can be automated using chatbots, and that's what we are aiming for.
Great. So that is the introduction of WhatsApp, that what we are building right now at our headquarters. So the next thing which we will be going to discuss is webinar outline. So as you all know that the basic topic of this webinar is why your business needs a chatbot, and we further build down this topic into some subtopics that we will be going to discuss. And Osama will define you about all the things that are mentioned in this
Yeah,
webinar.
so first, sure. So the webinar outline is that for the first 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to discuss why your business needs a WhatsApp chatbot. And then we are going to look at some of the general problems and present their solutions. And then we are going to select 5 industries which can benefit from WhatsApp chatbot. And then we are going to discuss their specific problems and present you specific solution WhatsApp chatbot can solve for these specific industries and businesses. And then we are going to look at some of the examples, live examples. So we have built at Boxify, and then at the last phase of this webinar, we are going to discuss how you can promote your WhatsApp chatbot once you have built the chatbot. And then also, if you think by the end of this webinar that this is something you need, then how you can get a WhatsApp webinar for WhatsApp chatbot for your business. So that's what we're going to cover during next 30-40 minutes or so.
Great. Okay, so if you are in online business and maybe you are running any offline business that you are interacting with your customers, so this session will be beneficial for you all. So keep hanging with us, and let's move forward. So the next thing which we will going to discuss is why our business needs a WhatsApp chatbot, as someone has mentioned earlier. Okay, so as you all know that some businesses have issues when they are handling customer support, customer services, most of the time the communication will be weak and they can't reach their customers on time. So to mitigate this issue, let's discuss some of the main problems that businesses are facing. So the next thing which Thama will tell you about are some problems, and then we will discuss the solution of that problems. So over to you, Thama.
Yeah, so the thing that most businesses are facing in the customer support area is the customer support area and the business marketing area is that either they're not getting enough leads, and or if we talk about their customer support, is that their customer support is slow, and they have like 5 or 10 agents, or probably they have even outsourced their customer support to some other agency. So businesses are facing these issues right now, and chatbots can solve these issues because once you have the chatbot, your chatbot is present 24/7 and it is scalable. And no matter that whether your agent is on holidays or not, your chatbot is basically collecting the leads for you. And no, not only that, it's collecting the leads, but it's also answering the questions of your users immediately under 2 seconds. So you have probably experienced in the past that you have messaged in the support, and it takes like a day or two for them to get back to you, and not even with the solution, but the first message that they acknowledge your issue. It takes about a day for most of the businesses, and with a very simple chatbot, they can cover this problem for their business. And that's what we think that WhatsApp chatbot can play a huge role, because in today's world, there are about 2 billion users who are actively using WhatsApp chatbot, and that's a huge opportunity for many businesses that they can answer their customers directly and immediately on WhatsApp.
Okay, so let's see. Let's say the businesses are facing some problems with lead generation. The next big problem is customer support. So, what are the main problems that customers are facing in customer support area?
So other problems that businesses are facing are basically manually reporting. So what happens is that sometimes you receive a question on your customer support. Now you have to look in your database or in your CRM to get the history of that particular customer. And then once you have received a question on WhatsApp or social media like Facebook, what you usually do is create a ticket in your system. So there is a lot of manual work that is involved if you're receiving a question or a customer query or an issue on the social media. So what chatbot can solve for you is basically integrate with your CRM or the ticket management solution, so that as soon as a ticket is open or a particular query is arrived on the social channels like WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, the ticket is generated in your system. And the chatbot is also capable of fetching the customer-related information from your CRM, so that you are always on top of your customer issues. So you do not have to like log in into 2 or 3 different solutions to see what the history of that particular customer is. And the second thing that I would say that many businesses are facing is the segmentation during marketing. So when you think that you need to send an email to your, let's say, 10,000 users, then the most important question that you need to think about is whether this message or the email that you're going to send out to your users is relevant to your audience or not. And the same thing happens in the chatbot. So whenever you're sending a message to your users, or marketing message, or it could be bulk message on Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, so the main thing that you're going to look at is whether your message is relevant to your audience or not. And with Botsify platform, specifically with Botsify, what you can do is segment your users into male and female, or languages, or any attribute, so that whenever you are ready to send your bulk message, you're sending it to a relevant audience.
Okay, great.
And one of the other problems that I recall is also the problem related to the language issues, language barriers. So if you have like 5 or 10 agents and your business is operating in the global industry, so your agents cannot speak all the languages your business customers are, your business customers can speak. And with the chatbot, what we are capable of doing is translate every incoming question and responding into their desired language. So, for example, you build a chatbot in English language, but tomorrow somebody from Saudi Arabia comes to your chatbot and talks in Arabic language. Your chatbot will deliver the response in the Arabic language, so they can resonate. They can understand the response of your business question or query. And if you think for your global business, some of the customers might speak some unpopular languages that Google Translate is poor at translating. That what you can also do is integrate your local translate engine. There are different engines that you can integrate, and it's totally up to you which engine that you prefer, which translation engine you prefer for your chatbot.
Great. So, language barrier has so many issues with global businesses, and that's where the customer support started creating issues. So, let's move ahead and discuss about some of the best industries that really need WhatsApp automation and live chat solutions. So, can you define some of the best industries that can take advantage of these WhatsApp chatbots?
Yeah, definitely. So one of the most popular and the hottest industry right now is the e-commerce industry, where the chatbot can play a huge role. And then there is real estate industry, food and restaurant, hospitality, and healthcare. So we have selected these 5 industries, but the chatbot use case is not limited to these industries. So we'll go through these industries one by one and see what are the main issues of these industries are, and what chatbot can help you with in these specific industries. So let's start with the e-commerce industry first. So for the e-commerce industry, the biggest problem is basically when your user wants to order something using your chatbot. And there are businesses I know that are operating purely and completely on WhatsApp. So now businesses are capable of receiving orders through WhatsApp chatbot. And sometimes what happens is you're delivering a wrong order, or the order is defected. So they need to return the order. And this is something that your customer care is very slow on responding usually. So, and this is the huge opportunity, because it increases your customer satisfaction a lot, this particular problem. So if you're handling an angry customer immediately, it means that your customer satisfaction will go up by like 100%. So if your customer has received a wrong order, they can fill out the request return form, or automatically get the response of how they can return the order. Then if the order is not arrived yet to the customer, what they can also do is give their order number, and then it can look up in your database and find where that order is in the delivery stage or in the packaging, and then respond to the customer relative. So here is a little demo that we built. If Shares, could you please play this demo for our audience? We'll see how chatbot can do the basic interactions using WhatsApp chatbot for the e-commerce. So here, yeah, if you could do the full screen, that would be very helpful for our audience to see what exactly this is. So, yeah, so if you could restart the video right from the beginning. Yeah, so for any e-commerce business, they can give their menu, what their users can do using the chatbot. If I type one, which is like, I want to explore the products, they can give the further categories of their website. And under pets, I have further categories. If I choose pet accessories, the chatbot can do 2 things. Either it can give me product right in the chat, or it can give me the direct link of the website, which I can simply open and that would take me to the website, and I can complete my order from the related category or related section of your website. So this particular video is basically for the use case of product searching, where you are basically coming down to a specific category or a specific product for your users, and they can go to your website for the checkout. But it's totally up to you. You can even do the checkouts completely within the chat system as well.
Great.
So next, yeah, go ahead.
The next question which can come in the mind of user is about abandoned cart issues, like how our WhatsApp chatbot based on WhatsApp can solve this abandoned cart issue.
Yeah, so as I told you that the biggest problem for the business is also at the time of the segmentation. So at any point your user is leaving the card out and you have their phone numbers, what you can do is notify them to check out. You can push them the messages on their WhatsApp number so they can take an action and complete their checkout. So you can totally integrate your website with the Botsify data and eventually send this sort of automatic messages to your WhatsApp user totally.
So let's move ahead. And the next industry is real estate. Let's start with it.
Yes, so for the real estate industry, there are customers who are looking for the properties with their budgets and desired locality and different preferences like the number of bedrooms and bathrooms. So what businesses, real estate businesses can do is they can let their users explore these properties, options, and show the images right in the WhatsApp chatbot. And once they think that they like a property, they can schedule a visit with the agent, because a real estate agent, you know that they are pretty busy with their schedule. They're having multiple visits at any particular day. So what they can do is schedule their visit in advance with their respective agents. And these businesses, real estate businesses can run Facebook advertisement, which is specific for WhatsApp, to generate more leads from their Facebook advertisement into their WhatsApp business account. So that also is a huge opportunity. As I explained earlier, there are 2 billion people who are using WhatsApp, and for real estate industry, this is a gold mine.
Okay. So the next one is food and restaurant.
Yeah, for food and restaurant, for example, you want to book a table or table at a particular restaurant. What you can do is do an early reservation. Then, if your users are exploring for your branches in the area, whether you have a nearby branch or not, they can do it by sending their pin location on WhatsApp chatbot, and the WhatsApp chatbot get the lat and long, and they can do a locality search around the area, and they can get the nearby branches very soon. And you can also keep your users up to date about the active discounts. So you probably have some loyal customers that have filled out the phone number, or they have given you the consent to get the discounts, the discounted offers. And if you by any chance running a weekend discount or something like this, what you can do is send a discount coupon or something to your users, and they will be notified on WhatsApp. So this is again something you can do in order to attract more users to your food or restaurant business.
Nice. So there can be so much can be done with food and restaurant industry.
Yeah, definitely. So these are just limited examples that we have written down on top of our head, but the sky is the limit. Whatever the problem you're facing, that probably can be solved using chatbot automation related to customer interactions.
Okay, so let's move on the next industry, that is hospitality industry.
For hospitality, just like the food industry, that you can book the reservation, you can, if you're planning on traveling somewhere, you can book your tickets or hotels, you can reserve the, basically, you can also book a car. So you can do all these things prior to your traveling anywhere using the WhatsApp chatbot, if that particular business or airline is having a WhatsApp chatbot. These are the possibilities with the hospitality industry. And once you are into the hotel room, the customer experience continues. If you want to order a bottle of wine, what you can do is simply order that through your WhatsApp chatbot, and the hotel staff will get notified. They will deliver the bottle of wine to your room. And then also, if you have any complaint related to the room service or related to anything throughout their customer experience, what your customers can do is they can fill out a complaint form on your WhatsApp chatbot, and you will get the ratings and the related complaints uh, in our portal, which you can resolve and make your customers happy as soon as possible.
Nice. So what you are saying here is that your WhatsApp chatbot can work like Uber, Airbnb, and like other ride-hailing apps for ticket booking.
Definitely, for any such businesses, you just have to like ask three questions and integrate with your API, like the traveling dates and the number of people traveling, and the location you are traveling to. Then what chatbot can do is look up into the API and get the related results, which your users can click and do the booking instantly.
Okay. So that is the complete alternative of mobile applications. So that's great.
Yeah, at certain level it is. For the healthcare, if we discuss about the healthcare, if you build a chatbot for certain disease, what your audience can do is give their symptoms. Basically, they're taking a quiz. You're asking one question at a time, and once they complete the quiz of the symptoms, what symptoms they have, and then you can suggest whether they have the disease, how likely is it that they have the disease or not, and if they want to book a doctor's appointment, that is just a message away. And if your audience is looking to see whether they can use a particular medicine or drug at certain stage of their life, like for pregnant women, there are certain drugs that they cannot use. So your chatbot can answer these sort of questions for your users as well.
Okay, nice. So healthcare industry has also so many options that can automate with the WhatsApp chatbots.
Definitely. We actually built a demo here, just like the e-commerce. If you can go to the next slide and pull it up on the full screen. So I was just talking about the symptoms. So we built this chatbot for the Ministry of Health in Pakistan. What the chatbot does, it asks different questions like whether the user has a fever or the cough or has the difficulty in breathing. And based on the answer of the user, what it does, it calculates the probability or the likelihood of whether the user has the chances of coronavirus or not. And you will see that once I answer these questions, at the end, my chatbot would say that you have low probability of having coronavirus. So that's how you can ask different questions and then suggest whether the user is likely to have a particular disease or not.
Nice. So earlier we have seen that so many chatbots are also available in industry for mitigating coronavirus issues and tracking of patients. So that will be a nice use case for healthcare industry. So the next thing which we will be going to discuss is about the users that can land on WhatsApp chatbot, like how the users can utilize the WhatsApp chatbot service, how they will be landing on the website or maybe a mobile application, how they can use that chatbot.
Yeah, so there are different options where you can promote your WhatsApp chatbot, and it also depends what is the nature of your business. So, for example, if you have a physical store or physical location, then what you can do is print a QR code and place it on the hotel tables, restaurant tables, and at your main door of your store. What your users can do is then scan this QR code, and the your WhatsApp chatbot will be open on their mobile application. So that's how that is the main single most important criteria or single most important way people can get the users on their WhatsApp chatbot. The thing is, for online businesses, what they can do is there is a WhatsApp widget which sits at the bottom right of your website. WhatsApp has that widget. What you can do is what your customers would do is click on this link, and that will open the WhatsApp web version on your desktop or the mobile application. If you're on mobile application, that would open up the mobile application, and that's where your users can send the message and start talking to your WhatsApp chatbot. If you're a new business, there is a specific type of Facebook advertisement which you can run on Facebook, and you will start getting the leads or the messages on your desired WhatsApp number. And you can also ask your customers to say hello to your WhatsApp number, and that would trigger the uh, flow. And there is also Facebook page CTA. So if you have a Facebook page, what you can do is add your WhatsApp number, and anyone who is visiting your Facebook page will get the call to action button on your Facebook page, where you can simply click, and that would open the WhatsApp web version on their desktop or mobile application, where they can talk to your WhatsApp chatbot. So there are tons of ways you can use, and to be honest, with the QR code, the sky is the limit, because you can paste these QR codes on the billboards, on the cars advertisement, on the digital advertisement, anywhere, wherever you want to promote the WhatsApp chatbot.
I just got reminded an example of QR code. Like I was sitting at Espresso Coffee, and they just stick the QR code on table, and I just put my camera on the QR code, and all the menu items will be shown on my WhatsApp business. So
Yeah,
that's another example.
yeah, exactly.
So let's move on to the next step. As we discussed all options like industries and the problems that businesses are facing in customer support and issues, so the next thing is you most likely are convinced to buy a WhatsApp chatbot. And the next thing which we will be discussing is how you can buy WhatsApp chatbot from WhatsAppify and what is the procedure. So Osama, can you discuss it?
Yeah, so getting the WhatsApp chatbot with WhatsApp is very easy and risk-free. So first of all, what we do is go to WhatsApp.com and sign up for your 14 days free trial. So the 14 days free trial means that without any spending a single dollar, you can access Spotify platform free for 14 days. So there is no risk at all. The second thing you do is book an onboarding session with our team member. The link will be at the end of the presentation as well. Uh, so you can speak to our agent, sales agent, and they will tell you each and every step in detail or how we can move forward. Once you register at WhatsApp, the second step would be to make your chatbot. So we have the YouTube videos, tutorials, and the documentation is written, so that you can go through them and start building your first chatbot on the WhatsApp platform. It's very easy, and you just have to tell what questions your users might ask, and what answer your chatbot is to give to them. Basically, make your chatbot flow. Once you have made the chatbot, you can test the chatbot on the sandbox number. So for WhatsApp chatbot specifically, what we have done is make a sandbox number of WhatsApp available to our customers, where they can go and try out their chatbot without publishing them to their actual WhatsApp business number. So they have zero risk. There is zero upfront fee for trying. Go ahead, make your chatbot try out on our sandbox number. Once you're ready, we will submit. There is an application in our dashboard, and once you fill out this application, your application will be submitted to the WhatsApp team, and WhatsApp team then will approve your application 2 to 3 days time, and that's it. Your application or your chatbot will be live on the WhatsApp chatbot, WhatsApp business number.
Great. So I think 2 to 3 days is not a big deal for getting a good automation. And here, two things are best for online businesses. Like the first thing is, if you are not technical and can't create your own chatbot, then WhatsApp team can create that for you. And the next thing is, you can get a complete demo without paying a single penny. So you can decide whether you should go for it or not.
Definitely.
So, anything last you want to add for the solution?
No, I think that's pretty much it for any of our audience hearing us right now. If you have any questions, you can send them at team@botsify.com. The email address is on your screen. And also, if you are willing to move forward, then you can book the demo at botsify.com/book-demo, and you can speak to our team, and that's where this whole process starts for you.
Okay, great. So this is the end of our presentation and webinar. So if anyone has some queries or maybe he wants to know more about WhatsApp chatbot, the email is in front of you. Just email us and we will get back to you.
Yeah.
So that's all from our side today.
Yeah,
And
thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving the attention and going through this whole webinar session.